Hello, welcome to this Python tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to use the map function. What the map function is, it's a way of iterating through each collection of values and applying a function to each one of those values. Now, the map function is inbuilt in the Python environment, so there's no need to import any modules in order to be able to have access to it. What I'll be doing here is I'll be running you through three different examples. The first two will be using numbers, and then the third one will be using letters. Let's get started. So if I zoom in, and the first thing I'll be doing is I've created a list of numbers 1 to 10, and that is called sum numbers, because that's what we have here is sum numbers. What I've also done is I have then created a new variable called sum new numbers, and that is where our map function comes into play. So what I've done is I've typed in the word map, open brackets, and then lambda x. Now what lambda is, it's a way of creating a small mini function without having to use def and then typing the name of the function, colon, and then below that having a series of actions that happens when you call that function def. So what lambda is, it's just a small function without having to use that def. So what I've done here, I've typed in map, open bracket, lambda x, and then what we want to do is we typed in here x times by x, so x squared, and that is what we want our function to do. So after you typed in lambda x colon, you type in the sort of action you want to happen to each one of those items in the list. And then after that, you type in comma, and then what list, the name of the list you want to have that iteration happening. So in this case, it's sum numbers. So the entire code for this case will be map lambda x colon x times by x, comma, and then the name of the list sum numbers. So that's what we want to happen. We want each one of these items in the list sum numbers to be squared. So then what we have to do then is type in print, and then we type in list, and then in the list type in sum numbers. And what this list does is it applies, it separates each value that the map function has iterated through and puts that into a new list. So if we then run that, we can see we have 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and so on, ending in 100. So and that should be the squared of this 1 to 10, which it is, so going well. So that has worked. The next example I'll be doing is I'll be showing you that I have taken the function outside of the map function itself, and I've actually used def instead of lambda. So what I've done here is taken this lambda and I've taken it out, and I have put def cubed x this time, because what we're going to do is we're going to cube these values instead of square them. Then at the bottom I've put return x, and then asterisk asterisk 3, which means x to the power of 3. And then below that I put sum cubed numbers equals map, and then the name of the function cubed equals this function here cubed, and then again comma the name of the list we want iterating, so again sum numbers. Exactly the same print this time, except with some cubed numbers instead of some new numbers. So if I print this, we should have these numbers here cubed instead of squared. And we do, 1827 ending in 1000. So those two examples were with numbers, but you can also do the same thing with letters. So I've created a list called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as words this time, with a quote separating each value, and I've called that sum words. And then I've created a new variable called sum new words, and then I've equated that to that map function we saw above, except I've put, instead of x times by x, I've put x plus, and then I've put in quotes space sheep, and then I've applied that to some words. So if I print this list, we should get 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, and so on and so forth. So if I run that, notice in our output on the right, we have 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, 4 sheep, 5 sheep. Exactly what we were expecting. So that was just a very quick tutorial on the map function. I hope you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to check out my other tutorials and subscribe if you like it. Thanks very much for watching.